Greetings, hello, hi, what it do? My name is Claire. I hope you're treating yourselves well and, of course, others. This is a guardian, ancestral, angelic, whatever drives you sort of reading. It's could be like people that have passed on and or your guardian angels, whatever just kind of tunes in. I will be relaying the message. I hope today has treated you well or will treat you well. I think you have parents that are observing you build something for yourself. The Three of Pentacles, they could be here or not, but it seems as though you have a parental figure that's observing your growth towards something or your stability in life in general. It could be a slow process. Maybe they've seen you have like a revisionist arc. Like you could have been someone who might have been sad or felt left out. Maybe your parents were worried that you would not find your way, or it was kind of like and when I say your parents, I'm sorry, I mean a guardian. Whoever you look to as a parental figure or someone that took care of you in life. I think they have really seen you overcome a mentality of defeat or carrying on a defeatist sort of legacy in your family, perhaps. Maybe if people have gone on to like different planes, if people have passed on from this world, if people have died that you know, and it was on a hurtful note, I think they are seeing you, like they're seeing the things in them grow within you, but that they wish they had accomplished themselves. Like you are growing where they didn't. I think that you are supplying better karma for your lineage. Maybe just you are opening a gateway to what do you call it? Ancestral abundance, or like an inheritance. Gosh, the word is completely escaping me, but you are like passing down goodwill to your kin and or people that you come in contact with, or the future of your lineage, however that ends up being. Like even if it's just the people that you have met in life that you affect, or blood ties, like family. Sorry to be so cryptic. I think it's really a matter of people have seen you take on, whether you had like a period of kind of going through it because of these issues, or maybe you have just been like one of those flawless individuals that managed to like just get it through. And I mean, like that's just a product of like having to, like the people that that are just like having to eat shit, but who are still grinning about it. you can tell those people have really fought to be there. Usually, like, there's not a whole lot of people that's stronger than the people that are, mean. Like, to persevere in light is easier than darkness always. And that's just a fact. It's what it is. I think you have a lot of luck. I think you are really loved by your guardians, whether you overcame obstacles or you've just been born into this world as kind of like their little little god baby. Like, I think some people are really loved by their source. They're given legs up, or they're kind of like coddled in a way. It's not that saying that you haven't been through everything and more, like whether you have or haven't. I think that like the heavens or the angels, guardians, people that are looking over you really dote on you. They see you as like a little, like whatever kind of personality you are, they see you as like just a little cute. They're their baby. Like, you are their baby. I think you've been given the ability to find comedy in tragedy. That has been kind of one of your saving graces and or spiritual gifts, is because you got the 10 of swords and then the 3 of swords, which is just like 2 of the nastiest cards you can receive. So I would think people have seen you get kicked while you were down, get swords stabbed into your back. You could have like really been defeated at one point, but the fact that you are willing to find the comedy, you're laughing it off, or you are still showing love to whomever, whatever, that you still have that spark in your vision and that little twinkle in your eye. I think it's really, I think it provides a lot of opportunity for you, no doubt, but also there could be a lot of envy around this. Your job for that envy is to find ways around it. What I like to do when it comes to things that are unpleasant to me is just to not pay attention to them at all. So if you have that ability, flex it. It's to lurk and hurt your own feelings is why why we doing this. You can really hurt your own feelings worse than other people. Out of sight, out of mind works for almost everyone. I'm a very, like, I could become obsessive whenever I want to, and even when I don't want to, I tend to be rather intricate about the things that I care about. So just to not pay attention to any sort of negatives, to not feed into that kind of lifestyle. I think that's a lot of your test in this life that you're living right now. And the only way that you're going to remain comfortable is to be able to combat criticism, harsh takes, your own maybe like lack of a home at some point. Maybe you have been very nomadic. Maybe you just don't have any sense of family. because it was like life has provided you with that kind of really hard, like that's extremely hard. It's hard for me to even put it into words. Hurts my heart to think about that some people come into this world and they don't have, because to know at least one person cares about you to an extent that they don't have any motive at all is something that everyone deserves in this lifetime. Even if you have not had that, I think you have managed to supply forward motion that is utter magic. It leaves me breathless, to be real. The fact that is pure magic in this life. If you can deal with the fact that you don't have like a very strong support system, and like I'm not saying that I've had these things, like I can kind of relate in certain aspects, but just treasure, if you want, what do I want to say? I think one of your things, okay, say you haven't had a very sturdy lifestyle. Something that could be to your aid in that is that you are malleable in every sense of the word. You don't have a whole lot of things that you hold tight to your, like, it's hard to feel stable when you don't have a sense of like the world feels unjust to you. Maybe you just have been like kicked some more while you were down, and having injustice supplies a very like strict lifestyle because it's survival. It's no longer pleasant. The pleasant things that you do have, you kind of are having to fight for them and or get away with those things. Like having a lifestyle that has not supplied you with the basic necessities really robs you of the ability to learn properly in some ways. So I think your justice is, you have some sort of spiritual gift when it comes to being able to take change lightly. A lot of people are really weighed down by their comforts. I think you are the magician. You can pick things up and put them down very quickly because of your lifestyle supplying the fact that you know that things are not forever. And it's unfortunate that you have to feel that way because some things are, and you are forever. So that hurt is yours to vanquish in this lifetime. There's a lot of tasks for you to change within yourself, but I think that you don't really have to search for those like trials or upheavals. Like they kind of come to your front door. Like the things that you go through really meet you. Like the justice card, it's like knock knock, here we are, this is your test, pass or fail, we'll be back if you fail. But if you pass, good job, glad you made it to another round. Like it might just seem so unforgiving in this world, but your ability to change and your lightheartedness really makes you stunning. you know, like how some people they're just, you're in survival mode, but you have felt the intricacies of life, where some people are stuck in their comforts so that they never reach their potential. I think life is really forcing you to meet your potential. I've kept restating this, but life is simply just, we are here to evolve. So some people have the free will to completely fail every task in their life, and good for them. They're gonna come back, and it's gonna be what it is. They didn't learn, so they'll go through the motions again in whatever way is chosen for them. But you, my friend, you are being tested constantly. You will probably, like, you would have to be the most stubborn person, and or just like have like no will to succeed at all. I think you are going to get it. You're going to make it in this life. You're gonna hit a lot of your key lessons. You have the Wheel of Fortune. I think life is going to continue. Like, it's gonna get easier if you become the dance, become the jewel, become the artwork, because life is playing with you. It does not feel comfortable all the time, and it does not have to be beautiful all the time, but you are the masterpiece. I think life will continue to be very strict in making, like, it doesn't, like, going back, it doesn't have to be beautiful, but it'll be interesting, and you would rather be interesting. I feel like you're a person that would rather be interesting than have, if you really think about it, I would think you would rather be this way than, like, a lot of other options. Like, I think if you really sat and simmered on the things that you have and the things that you've been through and the person that you are, you would have a lot, you would start feeling yourself a lot more, because there's a lot to behold. I think your mind's eye really, you could have, like, I'm hearing ego and arrogant, but I think that you have a lot of confidence. I think that the fact that you are maneuverable, quick on your feet, you kind of know a lot, like too smart for your own good kind of feeling, but in a sense of, like, you've got it. You can go a little teeter on, like, feeling kind of crazy at times, because, like, this card is the Emperor, and the Emperor can be a little jagged, a little stern, immovable, but I feel like you're starting to really see the gateways that you possess, and the trials that you have might be terrible, but you're realizing your options are better than the other options. Because this Two of Wands, it's like, put it into perspective. Would you rather this lifestyle? Like, I don't know. When I think about that out loud, I'm like, I don't want to advise you to just sit there and think about, like, comparing yourself to other people, but give yourself time if you don't feel such confidence. There's something in you that is very magnetic, pleasing to the eyes. People want to build on you. Your, like, ancestors are definitely building within you, because you've been given these tasks to carry on, like, your lineage. Straight up. You are kind of eradicating any sort of fails or faults of your ancestors. I think they are really seeing your strength and kind of moved by the fact that, like I said, maybe they weren't capable, and that's why you're having to deal with this, because like bad things happen to good people all the time. This life is not the only one that we have lived, or existence wise, this isn't the only thing. So just remaining, you are your ancestral body, like you are very much a figure, I think you have a seat at the table in higher realms, and that is pretty big. I'm like, the Three of Pentacles, you clearly have like it's very big. You have a monstrous, I don't know if I've said lineage a lot, but just you are carrying the weight of an army worth of family. Like you are an older soul, and you carry a lot of the people that you have encountered. You are eradicating a lot for a lot of people and a lot of things. You came into this world with a sole purpose, that you chose this weight, knowing that you could get through it. And your soul is willing to be challenged. So your physical body is capable of doing all the tasks that you are being tasked with. Just make sure that you don't supply yourself with unneeded, unnecessary things. Like, if you struggle too much in life, you can really give yourself extra homework, essentially. Gliding through life will provide you less turmoil. I know these things seem obvious, but like really not bickering, not fighting, not like going out swinging if you have to go out. Like, there's a time for everything, there's a place for everything, and you are carrying a lot of ancient baggage, but baggage being in a term of things to you will be blessed very highly. This is a tower. You will be blessed very highly in this lifetime with physical rewards and or spiritual, like emotional reward. If you can alleviate these strains on your timeline, the things in the past that your soul has done, your soul family has done, just your, I want to say bloodline, but it's like more like soul line. The things that you have been a part of, you are eradicating in this lifetime. And the more you do that, the lighter your load will be. And you are gifted that ability. You have a very strong purpose in this life, to whether you feel the reward or not. I think your soul will thank you a lot if you decide to treat yourself to ego deaths, change without reward. You don't have to get something out of everything, and the sooner you can have no expectation in life, the more you will be rewarded. I think that is the entirety of the messages for pile 1. you were heavily guided. There's this I too. You were heavily guided, heavily looked over, like completely just coddled by your family in the sky and potentially on this earth, but not, if not on this earth, then and like for sure you were being just completely smothered. I feel embraced. I feel like someone is like, I feel very relaxed. So even though I just got really worked up, yeah, you gotta know I love you. Pile 2, hello, greetings, what it do, motherfuckers? I hope you're having such a lovely day. We're talking about your ancestors, or what they would like to relay to you, your guardians, your source, all that jazz. You could be very anti belief of a lot of things. You could be kind of like reserved in what you believe. You could stick to the things that you see, you choose to believe. Not very mystic or out in the clouds, very down to earth. I think you like to make decisions based off of the options that you see. You're very physical in this world, observing the tasks at hand, very tactical. You could have a lot of structure or benefit from structure in your life, like writing list could be very nice for you. Keeping up with routines could be very helpful. I think that you like to avoid, I hear tomfoolery, but hearing anything that makes you feel emotional. I think you could be highly against being upset. Obvious, who isn't? But you could easily slip down a path of being kind of vicious. Queen of Swords. You might have things to protect in your life, like a family, something you've built in some form or fashion, you've cultivated, and you almost feel defensive towards it, so much so that you might be kind of like missing out on how alive you could feel if you, like, I think you have hidden things that you're holding inside. Like maybe you feel anxious, maybe you have like some anxieties that are reoccurring for some reason in your life, maybe things that you think about, maybe you have some like dreams that are kind of negative, nightmares, like a tick, like a negative thought process that kind of haunts your mental, but there's no rhyme or reason. Like it could be something that's obviously very negative, and like you understand why you would be not wanting it to happen, but why you think about it so frequently could be kind of confusing. Keep a dream journal. That could be very helpful for you. I think writing is a big part of this. You should probably look into maybe eating more fresh food every now and then if you don't do that a lot. The lighter you eat, like if you eat a bunch of like fruit and vegetables, I think your mental state could be affected nicely. Like something about the world wanting to play more with you. I think something is trying to come in for you in this life, and you might be kind of blocking it off with your inability to soar. You might be kind of dogmatic in your approach to doing things. Like, you think there's certain ways to do them, and it's keeping you from actually taking the right moves. Let's see. There's definitely a need to put down a thought, an action, step away, clear your vision, refresh your senses, and come back to whatever you need to, that is holding you up. Something you're not willing to build upon is necessary for you to, for your spirit to grow. I think that you have something in your bloodline that let's get to the bottom of this. You might have had a lot of encounters. You could have a ghost somewhere in your life, or have had a ghost, or weird paranormal incidents or situations where you think of things and they kind of like come to fruition frequently, or you're talking about something and it kind of like happens. I think what a big part of this life fixing or healing would be that your thoughts grow more than you realize. Like, you might not say anything or act out the things that you have feel. I think it's emotion. I think that you feel something very strongly, and your guardians are kind of urging you to speak on it. It seems like something with the judgment, something that might have already passed. Like, say you feel like rehashing this would be bringing up something that was dead, like bringing up something that doesn't need to be unearthed anymore, something that has passed. Life is inviting you to revisit that. I think that you have an emotional trauma or damage, or maybe you just need to reassess something in life. This is the star card. There's something very you are like, he has this yellow or gold plating on his shoulders. I think you were being protected in a lot of ways. Whatever you are emotional about, whatever has happened, the things that you haven't been able to overcome because of lack of trying, or you just recently figured out that it was actually damaging. It seems like this is a little tricky. You could be someone who's very closed off, perhaps. Maybe you were just someone who has decided to ball up and sit in the fetal position right now. You are being yelled at by your higher-ups to move, to go, do it. I don't think they care what you do. I think they just want you to show that you can move. Like, I think it's kind of like they're gonna let you sit in this state, whatever. I think you could be feeling a sense of stuckness, or you're feeling judged. Maybe you don't feel strong enough to do something. You are a star in your life, in the universe, in the planetary alignment. You have a higher purpose that requires forward motion right now, whether it be fixing a mindset of yours. It seems like you have a big emotional horse inside of you that is breaking all of the glasses in your china shop. I know that analogy is for bulls, but like, I just feel like there's something in you that you have higher knowledge, and you're refusing to acknowledge, like you are refusing to take the sword out of your own back, whether you placed it there or someone else did. You got the Knight of Cups upright, and you got the Knight of Cups in reverse. So I think you go back and forth. Like, you could have periods of like strong desire to fix your situation, and then you might get really defeated, or you might just have to take a step back. These things are supplied by life. Wheel of Fortune. Sometimes we have to go through things just because it was in our contract. You are not moving forward, and it is extending. You got the extendo. You're gambling right now with your time. The longer you sit in this energy of, you could even just be like not taking life seriously right now. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you were like you're like thinking that you have more time to do something, or you're not taking a partnership seriously. I heard you're taking something for granted, and it's about to roll over on you if you don't take it by the reins. Like, life will make you a vessel if you don't supply it, and if you don't supply an open canvas or like a cavern for life to like sit and use. Like, if you're not open to the things that life is going to make you go through, it's going to carve a hole into you, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. Not always does life push you forward. Sometimes it will allow you just to squander everything that you're capable of. I don't think that you are like past hope or anything, but I think you're really like, look at this guy. He has the pentacle tucked. It's like hidden. I think you are either hiding a talent of yours, hiding an emotion of yours, hiding something that you're doing. It is a pinnacle. So it seems like you feel like you need more time, or you feel like this isn't worth building, or you're not showing completely. You're wearing a mask of some sort. I feel like a bitterness towards not having some, like, the things that you do have, you might feel discontent with. There's like this little flag that keep on catching. It's getting my attention. I think you could be really tripped up on like your horns are stuck in in a tree or something. You're butting heads with a wall right now, or you're not living. You need to do this give and take. You need to figure out what you need to give to, and you need to start. Whether it's yourself, and that's just like eating better and giving your time to decompress, or figuring out what your next step is in life towards the thing that you are like hiding emotionally, or a part of yourself you're hiding, something you're not communicating properly. It's time. It is time. Stop hiding it. Even if you know the pinnacles are above the moon. Time to show the things that maybe you've needed to keep it a secret up until this point, and you're just allowed to share it, and maybe you're excited to share it. Just keep that up. Like, if you are like thrilled to be a part of something and you're excited through thick and thin, you have acquired this thing, worldly possession and or like spiritual, emotional, something that you've gotten that you are wanting to give to as well as get from. Keep the positive attitude towards it, even because you're on the edge right now, not like emotionally or anything, but life is giving you a task where it takes balance. It takes you having to like go across this line very like you're on a wire. You're on a live wire. You're being observed. You're being guided. You are to move if you don't want to feel discomfort. Like, think if you stop in the middle of walking on a wire and you look down, it's probably like you want to move forward. You don't want to think about all the things that are below you. You would probably want to fly in that situation. So I'm really feeling there's just a lot of emotion. There's so much emotion and positive movement forward. I think eating seems to be a big thing too, like digestion, exercise, feeding your eyes better content, feeding your ears better content, being more aware of the things that you say, being more aware of the media you intake. It's very important as of right now. I think every little thing counts, the Four of Cups. Like, if you are intaking a bunch of things that make you stressed out all the time, how is that going to alleviate you? How are you supposed to get emotional intelligence from that? How are you supposed to emotionally feel after that? It's giving you a pile that you could some people can indulge in that, but at this point in time, I think you are better to be focusing your time on yourself. You're heavily guided by your ancestors, your higher ups. I think they will let you waste your time. I think that is kind of your yeah, they'll let you waste your time if you want to. It is completely in your realm of free will in this lifetime to pick and choose if you attain your goal, because it is a lot to do. Yeah, it's a lot to do with emotional upheaval. It's got a lot to do with taking the wands. The wands are the thoughts. It's the things that are good and the bad things, and forward motion with both of those things. You're on the edge. Just don't look down. Don't worry about what's going on around you. I don't think that is something you really... This card kind of leads me to believe that though your angels will let you flop, they will let you completely squander this lifetime if you want to. once you decide to start your path, once you decide to get out of that energy, they will easily give you a chariot. Like, I think you could be like, this is your brain, and they will put it into like this little cone thing, and you'll be on your way. I think you'll find it will be so much easier. Life will just be, it'll feel, you won't feel so stuck on the wall. You won't feel like a pelt anymore. You won't feel like people are just like hunting you down. Life is out to get you in some way. You're not going to be just spread across the wall like splayed on someone's living room wall. That was really stupid. But, you know, like, it might feel like you might need to get some thicker skin, because you could have to deal with a lot of swords in this lifetime, and they could be wanting to splay you on their living room wall. You could be something that people are out to figure out or understand. You could have life and people kind of out to get you in certain aspects, but once you start seeing that as like monkey business, like it's not something for you to carry the weight of, I think you will find it will be easy, and also you will be rewarded heavily. I'm not sure how or why or when. Oh, I know why. Well, because it's you're getting through all the things that are unjust. Like, if you can make your own justice in things that in this life have no justice, like, because a lot of things, they just happen and that's what it is. If you can make the injustice look okay, then you will be rewarded heavily. I strongly feel that. I think your stamina will improve. This is the Prince of Wands. It might be a fumbling process. It might not always feel like a strength exercise. It might feel like you're just fumbling, like blindly swinging through life. Like, I have this fear of like running in the dark, or running when I don't have really good visibility, because I feel like I'm just going to be clotheslined by everything in the vicinity. You will be able to laugh off those situations if you do find yourself. You have an air about you, a strength about you, a dignity. Even if you haven't found it yet, it's at the bottom. It's down in there. Just waiting for you to realize your potential. Because I strongly just feel like there's a sense of like, you feel heavy. Maybe you feel like the Ten of Pentacles is just completely out of the question, out of your sight. You got it in reverse. You could have never ever seen comfort, or never really understood what it's like to thrive and feel what it's like to be successful. That I think your goal is simply to feel I know this is gonna you're gonna want to punch me in the face, but the idea is to feel success before you get it. Sorry. There's not always something that's super articulate about the situation. But the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the world, holding a chip on your shoulder, whatever reason. I've related the sentiment before, burn it with fire, doesn't matter. You have to stop looking at negatives in life. You have to relate to yourself that you are worthy of practicality. You're worthy of building. The Ten of Pentacles is underneath your Ten of Wands. That's what it is. That's what it is. The Ten of Pentacles is beneath your Ten of Wands. For every wand you can vanquish, you can release from your life, I think you will slowly start to see those turn into, grow, supply a pentacle. Pentacles are usually physical in this lifetime, so you could be up for like a lot of success, a lot of achievement, a lot of physical reward if you can manage to trust life and also enjoy life. I keep on hearing temperance, maybe going outside. She's like kind of naked. Maybe going in water, like maybe going naked outside, like laying outside and letting your whole body lay on the ground. You need to do a birthing ritual. Like, you need to do something that makes you feel new. If you have like a routine that makes you feel brand new, try that, do that. Your ancestors would really like you to invite pour out your cups. The things that you have felt in the past, good, bad, all of it. I think it is time to burn it with fire. I think that it's time to let the world destroy it. The world wants you to release. You see how she is like dumping out these cups? The world wants you to release the burdens it has supplied you with. It's not always our fault, the things that we go through, but it is our responsibility. I'm sure you've heard that before. It is like a really big quote, but the things that we've been through are not our fault, but they are our responsibility, and you have a lot to attain behind the clouds. You've got this. You are completely nourished by this lifetime and by your ancestors, your guardians. They are feeding you they want to feed you. This world is supplying you with sunlight, rain, food. Very natural things could help you get to a place that you need to be. I think that you should look towards natural things in whatever way that you can, whether it be going outside, eating more natural skincare, more natural hair products, more natural lifestyle. If you can like give up certain aspects of things that you feel that are not conducive to being more earth conscious, I think all of these things could probably help aid you in a direction that you would find emotional upheaval. And I wish you luck.